Hi there. If you chose this video, then you chose the Maman spiderweb project using line. So we've talked a lot about lines. You watched some things about, hopefully, Louise Bourgeois, who was really famous for making these spider sculptures. So we're going to kind of take what we know about line and give it a little bit of a twist. So what you'll need is a square piece of paper. It can be any size square. This is an 11 by 11 square, but you'll want it needs to be square. It can't be rectangle. You will need a ruler. You will need a thick and a thin Sharpie. You will need a pencil and possibly an eraser. So the first thing we're going to do is fold our paper. So you're going to fold top to bottom. Fold the paper in half and then open it back up, make a little crease. Then you're going to fold side to side. This is just going to help us out making our spider web. Fold side to side. So now you should have a cross, and then you're going to fold corner to corner like you're making a triangle. So top to bottom, side to side, corner to corner. And then each time you're going to crease it and then open it up. So what you should have now are a lot of diagonal, vertical, and horizontal lines that are intersecting right here in the middle. Then I can use my ruler to line those up as best as I can and to kind of trace that crease. And you're going to end up going over it one more time too with the Sharpie. This helps this part because the ruler's not quite long enough. So when that happens, I draw halfway, I stop. I'm not moving my pencil. I'm just sliding the ruler down, and then I'm finishing. So there's my start of my spider web. Oh, I'm so silly. I forgot this side of my spider. I wondered why that looked so strange to me. Keep my pencil, slide the ruler down, make sure it's still lined up with that crease and going off the corner down here at the bottom. So there is my spider web. Now, we have for years, since kindergarten, talked about different kinds of lines, right? We talk about directions of lines, horizontal, vertical, diagonal. We talk about variety of line and the word variety. So variety would be kinds of lines, zigzags, loops, or curly lines, wavy lines, castle top lines. And then we also talk about quality of line. A line can be thick, or sometimes you'll hear people say line weight. If you're using like a Microsoft Word or Google Docs, and you're putting a border around something, you can pick the weight of your line. So you could do a thick line, or you could do a very, very thin line. Okay, that's line quality. So we have direction, variety, and quality. I want to see all three of those things in your spider web. So this is where you can choose to work with the pencil first and then go over it with Sharpie, or you can choose to work directly with the Sharpie. If you choose to work directly with the Sharpie and you make a mistake, most of you know that I say to make that mistake part of your design. Oops, like right there, I just made a mistake. I'm just going to end up making that part of my design. And you could use the ruler to help trace those again. I think I'm going to. I thought I could do it freehand and didn't do it. But that's okay. I'm going to make that part of my design by making this mistake right here part of my line design in this portion of my web. I'm going to do lines that go this way and that fan out. That's going to be pretty cool, like that. So I'm going to make that one part of my design. And I could even go in and add some dotted lines to that. like this. So I'm going to work on this a little bit and then come right back and show you how far I've gotten. Okay, so as you can see, I've been working to fill each triangle with a different kind of line that makes it into a really interesting pattern. So I've done straight lines and dotted lines, bouncy lines, castle top and curlies. This is all spirals. I've done zigzag. I have done curly or loop-de-loop lines, and I'm also doing them in different directions. This one is diagonal. So I have them going in different directions. Some are diagonal, some are horizontal, some are vertical. I also am looking at line quality, which is what I talked about at the beginning of this lesson. So some of them I used a really thin marker, or I just drew with a thin line, and some of them I'm going in and I'm making them thick. So I have variety, I have different kinds of lines, I have different directions of lines, and I have different line quality. Some are thick and some are thin. Again, if you need your ruler to continue to do this, you may do that. I have 2 more triangles that I need to work on. I'm going to do some wavies right here. And so I'm going to work on those. I'm going to work on my line quality in some of those so I can have some variety in thick and thin. And then I will be back to show you the rest of the project.